Welcome to the deep dive. If you're aiming for that shortcut to being genuinely well-informed, well, you're absolutely in the right place. Today, we are setting off on a really fascinating journey. Think of it as packing our mental bags for Senegal, this vibrant West African country they often call the Gateway to Africa. We've got some fantastic, really detailed travel insights here, and I'm excited to unpack what makes it so special right alongside you.
Exactly. And our job really is to pull out the most important sort of key nuggets of knowledge from these Discover Senegal materials we have. It's interesting how they blend the history, the culture, the natural beauty, and even the practical stuff for travelers.
Yeah.
Gives you a pretty rounded view. We're definitely going beyond just, surface facts. We want to understand why Senegal stands out.
Okay, so that title, Gateway to Africa, when the source material uses that, what's the first thing it points to? What makes it the gateway?
Well, geographically, it's fundamental. It's right there, the westernmost point of mainland Africa. So physically, it's a natural entry point. But what's really fascinating, and the source highlights this, is how that position led to this unique blend. You've got the French colonial past mixed right in with these deep African traditions. It creates this incredibly rich cultural feeling. You can almost, you feel it when you're there.
That mix sounds really compelling, but it's more than just location and history, right? What other sort of core strengths does the source bring up that make it a real gateway?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely more than just a spot on the map. The source really emphasizes the people, how welcoming they are. And critically, its political stability, which is notable, plus a tourism infrastructure that's actually quite developed. These aren't small things. They're pretty crucial for making it feel like a truly accessible gateway for people wanting to explore Africa.
Right. And does that mean it appeals to lots of different types of travelers then?
Absolutely. The source is clear on that. Whether you're after adventure, safari stuff, or you're really into culture and traditions, or maybe you just want beaches, or you're a history buff. Senegal seems to genuinely offer something significant for all of them. That gateway idea works across all those different interests.
Okay, that makes sense. So now that we understand that role, let's dive into what really makes Senegal, shine. First up, that rich cultural heritage. The source mentions diverse groups like the Wolof, Serer, Fulani. How does that play out for a visitor?
It basically creates this amazing melting pot. It's not just demographics on a page. Vibrant traditions, different kinds of music, captivating dance, and of course the food. Really delicious and varied cuisine. It's an immersive experience. The source really pushes that.
And this culture is woven together with some depth history, isn't it? The source talks quite a bit about historical landmarks, Gorée Island especially. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. What makes it so pivotal?
It's more than just a tourist spot. Gorée Island was a major center for the Atlantic slave trade. The House of Slaves there, the Maison des Esclaves, tells this incredibly powerful, very moving story. It's a raw look at history, resilience, suffering, a story that still echoes today globally.
That sounds incredibly profound. The source also mentions, though, its beauty. Cobbled streets, pastel buildings. How does that sort of atmosphere fit with that heavy past?
It's a really stark contrast. And in a way, that beauty almost makes the history feel even heavier, more poignant. It makes it a place for real reflection, not just sightseeing. And Gorée is not alone. The source also points to Saint-Louis, another important historical spot, known for its charming colonial architecture.
Okay, so powerful history, rich culture. But then there's the natural beauty, too. The source describes quite diverse landscapes, savannas, deserts, parks, those Atlantic beaches. For nature enthusiasts, what are the big highlights?
Yeah, for the wild side of Senegal, 2 parks really get mentioned. First, Nokola Koba. It's also UNESCO listed. It offers a proper safari experience. You might see lions, various antelopes, chimps, hippos, and get this, over 300 bird species. It's real wilderness.
Wow, over 300. That's amazing. And the other one, Jojude Bird Sanctuary. Does the source explain why it's so important?
It definitely stresses its global significance. Juge is called one of the world's most crucial wetland bird sanctuaries. It's a vital stop for literally millions of migratory birds. So yeah, whether it's big game or birds, Senegal's a major player.
Okay, so much to potentially see and do. Where does the source suggest starting? Let's do a quick tour of the top spots. Dakar, the capital. What's the vibe?
Dakar is painted as the absolute heart of Senegal. Pulsating. It's modernizing fast, but still deeply traditional underneath. Key things to see: the huge African Renaissance monument, the Sandaga market, which is just an explosion for the senses, and then nightlife in Almaty's. Oh, and for art. The IFN Museum of African Arts is apparently the place for local work.
Sounds intense. And St. Louis, which we mentioned for history, what's it like just to be there?
St. Louis has this more laid-back charm, that colonial architecture sets the scene. Plus, it has this cool jazz music scene, apparently, and just a generally relaxed feel. And it's super handy as the jump-off point for the Juge Bird Sanctuary.
Right, connects nicely. Okay, from history and culture to pure relaxation, Salie. The source calls it the premier beach resort. What's the appeal there?
Salie is all about kicking back. Golden sand beaches, lots of resorts, many quite luxurious, plenty of water sports. Seems very popular with European visitors. Good for couples, families, honeymooners looking for sun.
Gotcha.
And then, for something totally different, there's the Casamance region down south. The source calls it a kind of hidden paradise, much more off the beaten track. Think lush greenery, quiet beaches, and experiencing the unique Diola culture.
So it's not just about seeing places, it's about experiencing Senegal, too. We definitely need to talk about the food. The source says it's famous. What's the national dish everyone talks about?
Oh yeah, Senegal's food scene is a big deal. The national dish is tiboudien, or chiboudjen.
Yeah.
It's this amazing savory dish with fish, rice, lots of vegetables, packed with flavor. It's a real staple. Comfort food, but complex too.
Sounds good. What else should foodies look out for?
Well, beyond tiboudien, definitely try yassa chicken. That often has this great tangy lemon and onion sauce, and mafé, that's a rich peanut stew, really hearty. And to drink, bissau juice. It's made from hibiscus flowers. Very refreshing.
Yeah, okay, taking notes.
And you can't talk experience without mentioning music. Senegal's a powerhouse. Especially for mbalax. That's the really popular dance music genre Youssou N'Dour made famous worldwide. It mixes traditional Senegalese sounds with, modern pop elements. Very rhythmic.
And it's not just everyday music. There are big festivals, too.
Exactly. The Saint Louis Jazz Festival is a major one. Then there's Dakar, which is this huge international contemporary African art event. Happens every 2 years, draws people from all over. And like in many places, the Fête de la Musique is a big celebration across the country. So yeah, culture, history, nature, food, music, it really packs a punch.
All right, let's shift to practicalities for a minute. The source mentions accessibility. How easy is it actually to get to Senegal?
It's pretty accessible, actually, for international flights. The main airport is Blaise Diagne International, DSS, near Dakar. You get regular flights coming in from Europe, North America, and other parts of Africa. So getting there is quite doable.
And once you land, getting around, what are the options?
Senegal has domestic airports connecting key areas, and the main roads are generally okay. The source suggests that renting a car is often the best way if you really want to explore beyond the cities and see different regions at your own pace.
Makes sense. And accommodation, what kind of places can people expect to find?
A really wide range, actually. Everything from, luxury resorts in Salie to charming boutique hotels in St. Louis, plus budget options in Dakar, and these cool eco-lodges near the national parks. So it covers different tastes and budgets. The source also points out, which is helpful, that modern travel booking tools make planning easier now. You can compare globally, get price guarantees, book flights, hotels, cars, all in one go.
Yeah, that definitely streamlines things.
Makes planning from anywhere much less hassle.
Totally. Okay, last few practical bits. Best time to go. And any other key info travelers need.
Best time is generally the dry season, which runs from about November to May, avoids the heavy rains. Currency is the West African CFA franc, that's XOF. Languages, you'll hear French widely, it's official, but also Wolof, Pulaar, Sachiri are very common. And importantly, Senegal is generally considered one of the safer countries in West Africa for tourists.
Good to know.
But yeah, always check your specific visa requirements well before you travel. That's crucial.
Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive, it's just so clear Senegal offers this incredible range. Culture, history that really makes you think, amazing nature, food, music. Through this, you've hopefully got a real shortcut to understanding why it's such a standout place.
It absolutely lives up to that Gateway to Africa name. It offers this rich mix, blending the traditional and the modern so seamlessly, and that welcoming feel, plus all the diverse things to do and see. It really does make it a unique destination on the continent.
It really does. So as you think about all this, maybe consider what that phrase gateway truly means. How does a place like Senegal, with its layered history and vibrant present, embody that for such a diverse continent? What sort of new perspectives could exploring a crossroads like this offer you?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe ask yourself which part of Senegal resonates most right now. Is it the moving historical sites, the wild national parks, that infectious music scene, or maybe the promise of tasting Thiboudien? It definitely invites more exploration, this West African gem. Perhaps even inspires you to plan your own visit.